Let's look at automations and create a folder for that however you like. Click New Folder, create it. I have this masterclass one, then click New Automation. Here you see tons of templates we can use. We'll check out some of these. We'll start with the first one, how to generate leads with Instagram stories. Let's load the template. You can see how it works and we'll customize it soon. I'll assume you know automations. If not, we have a beginner's video on MANYCHAT. So let's dive right in. First, the when section. This trigger activates when someone responds to your story. It's that straightforward. Next, as soon as that person sends us a message, a pop-up will appear saying you're thrilled they're interested in your masterclass. It'll ask for their number and contact info to proceed. Then it sets a 60-second timer. When it ends, it'll send a link to our masterclass or its webpage. After 2 more minutes, it'll send a message about a special offer we're sending them. This shows an AI generated offer, but we can customize it as needed. Let's see how we can modify each of these sections. So let's go to the when section, okay? Here you can change the trigger. Look, obviously we won't change it for stories, but we could. Next is send message, where you'd have the text to send, which we can edit as we like. In my case, instead of waiting for the second message, I'll add a button here. I'll hit done, and this button will go straight to send message. We don't need next, so we'll remove it and the 60-second wait. I want the message to appear right when they click the button. As you see, we'll remove that counter and edit the link here. Of course, this is if you want to send that second message. If not, and you want to simplify it further, you can remove this and that which aren't necessary and set the button to open a website when clicked. Here you put the link to that specific website. We paste the URL and add another step, an action to add the person to a tag list when they open the link. Why? Because they're interested in my product, so I can keep them organized. We'll add a tag by clicking new tag, naming it, and hitting create. As you see, it creates the tag, and when someone clicks the link, it'll automatically add them to this tag. This way we can activate contacts and easily run a campaign sending info to our Instagram followers. We'll hit set live, finish up, then return to automations masterclass. As you see, it's connected and should work now. Here, I'll show you a bit how all this works. As you can see, I'm on Instagram. I've sent myself a message replicating a story. I wrote, how cool. The bot sent the button, I clicked it, and you can see it says tag added masterclass client. If I check my tags and contacts, we'll see the masterclass client tag was added and how we got this contact. Let's see how we could obtain potential customer information from Instagram if we have a business and promote it there. We'll explore how to gather data from our followers to build a database. To do this, we'll go into MANYCHAT, enter explore all templates and select automate conversation with AI. We'll specify what we want it to do. I have a prompt here that instructs it to act as a data analyst and collect emails, numbers, age, and gender from the person it's talking to. We'll also provide context about our store and what we do. In this case, let's say we're selling foundation. Once we've input this information, we'll click generate. It seems I need to provide even more context, and now it's finally allowing me to do it. It's going to start generating that automation to chat with our followers and gather this information. As you can see, it shows the goal it'll meet here. The different sections it'll obtain first: email, number, age, and gender, and finally what we do next. We'll hit preview chat, but first we'll select where to save these files. We'll save the email in email, obviously, the number in phone. We'll add a new file for age, create it, set it, and make another in custom user files for gender. With gender set, we'll hit create, and there it is. Finally, we'll click preview chat, and I'll show you how it works, okay? First, it asks if we can share our email, so we send it. Now, it'll automatically ask for the phone number, age, and finally gender. As you can see, we've obtained the info. Thank you for providing all the information. If you have any questions, we can assist you in any way. This is how we get this info, but obviously it's too direct, right? I mean, coming straight at you with all these questions is a bit, too direct, isn't it? So what we'll do is first ask if they want to join the program, for example. We'll hit continue and set up the trigger for this to happen. We'll make it detect a specific message or word that they send, which is, well, in this case, instead of a word, we'll make it recognize an intention, either to join our tutorial program or simply liking one of our videos. We'll click create and it's done. Now, instead of being so direct, we'll add an intermediate step asking if they want to join our program. If yes, we'll go to the AI step we created. If no, we'll send a message saying they can click if they change their mind. So we'll add an arrow here, select Instagram, and add text for the change of mind button. We'll hit done, Connect this yes to the AI step, and that's it. Finally, we'll add an action step to label people interested in the program, making it easier to contact them later. For this, we'll click Add Tag in the action section. Here, we'll add a tag. If you're unsure, go back, click Action, then Add Tag. For example, we'll use MasterCard Client and direct both paths to this action. This automation covers all scenarios. The yes path isn't needed as it goes to actions. For no, we'll add an undecided tag. This last part is optional. Add it if you want. Click Set Live to easily create our automation. Now we're ready to start collecting information from our contacts. Let's see how to answer FAQs using MANYCHAT. There's a section in automations with a template for answering our FAQs, but what's the catch? It's built with MANYCHAT's AI. So what's the issue? You can't create AI automations with the free trial. This automation would let you input a question and set up an automatic response. You can set up to 10 FAQs this way, but we'll show you how to do it with the free trial. We'll go to automations, select where to save it, masterclass for me, and click new automation. We'll click start from scratch, and I'll show you how to do it from the beginning. First, let's add the trigger. Okay, each trigger will be an FAQ. What does this mean? We're not just making one automation, we're making several. We'll create an automation for certain triggers, like questions about prices of t-shirts, pants, or sweatshirt. All that would go in one pack, sending the same message, visit this website, then other FAQs like where we're located, etc. We do this in another automation. Let's see how it's done. First, in when, we'll add a new trigger for when a user sends a message with a specific word, price. We'll click create. Then automatically it'll add an Instagram text saying something like, want to know our prices? Check out our website. We'll add a button and link it to the website we want to use. In the new button, we'll add the link, click done, and it's set. It's simple. When someone asks about price, it'll send this message. Then we'll add an action to list them as a potential client if they click. We'll click action, add a tag for client to organize for future campaigns. Next, we'll set up Instagram, add a delay, and send a follow-up message after 15 seconds. As you can see, everything's set up now. With triggers in place, we'd hit set live and create an automation that answers FAQs simply. Just use keywords like price or cost or any words you think of without needing AI, which would cost more on the Pro plan. To create another FAQ, just click the three dots next to this automation, duplicate it and edit. Change the trigger keyword, modify the message, and add options like ask us if you have questions or include a link to masterclass. You can also set it to add tags based on specific actions. You can do this with any FAQ endlessly for all the ones you think of. It's free with the trial, no need for the Pro plan. Once done, hit enable like the one shown here, and you can use that automation. Let's see how this one works. We'll type price or any phrase with price, like price teacher, and just hit that button. Remember, this is always from mobile. Hit the button and it'll automatically send you to that link. As you can see, it sends the message, if you have any questions, we'll be happy to answer them. That's it. It's that simple. You'll have one for each FAQ, perfectly automated to answer questions without you actively doing it. Let's see how we can grow our email list or database using this chatbot. To do this, we'll click on New Automation and select Grow Your Email List. This will bring up a pre-designed automation. I'll show you how to improve it, because honestly, I'm not a fan of the default one. Remember, people won't give you their email for no reason. They need to be interested in a product or offer first. So the strategy we're going to use is this. From a post, if someone comments with a specific word, the typical drop that YouTubers or Instagrammers use, we'll have them type that word. Then we'll send a message asking for their email. If they enter it correctly, they'll get the drop. That's what we're going to do now with the automation I'm about to show you. And for this, we'll do the following. First, in the when section, we'll change that trigger and add a new one. Let's say when someone comments on a post or reel, we'll choose a specific post I've prepared for this test. It mentions an ebook offer in the description. We click continue and enter the keyword. That'll trigger this automation when used in comments. You could also add comments that exclude certain words, like bad comments with words you don't want, or maybe a section for any comment. It works with all of them. In this case, it's a specific word. We'll hit continue, and in the third step, it'll send one of these 3 random messages here. We can add more if we want. This way, people see you're really engaging, being attentive and responding. It helps you attract more followers. If you don't want this done, you can set it not to, but but I think it's a good approach. We'll click save and the trigger will be complete. The only thing left is to remove the previous trigger. We delete this trigger and we're done. Now in then, we'll remove it from here, add a new then, and click plus Instagram. Here we'll change the send section to as comment reply and add the text, "Hi, thanks for reaching out," etc. We'll paste this text here, then name the button start. It'll link to the pre-designed message. We'll send this message and delete the top one, leaving just the ebook email request. Also, if the person doesn't respond, it'll ask the same question again. We still need to add one more thing: a filter, an action filter, or a condition. Why? Because people might enter something that's not really their email, which isn't what we want. So let's remove this file up to here, put it here, and click on condition. In condition, we'll add a condition. We'll go to system files and select email. What will we do with this condition? We'll check if the email contains gmail.com or outlook.com, for example. We can add as many email domains as needed. If it contains one, it'll automatically send us to this file. If not, it'll send us back to the "Hi, are you still there?" message. What we'll do is duplicate this and set it as a condition filter. So if they reply, the condition to send the final ebook applies too. For the ebook part, you just add the link you want to use. I put our YouTube channel as an example. Click done and the automation's set up to send everything when someone comments. Just hit save in the top right and we're all set.